This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting, brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Gavin Gaddis, in for Tom Webster. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, March 7th. First up from Tom Webster at our very own Sounds Profitable podcasting licensed music. It's time. Last week, Tom Webster spoke at the Country Radio Seminar held each year in Nashville, Tennessee. In his talk, Webster spoke to the country-shaped hole in podcasting and how it's time for both industries to take each other seriously and break down the hurdles that would enable a new flood of creativity and revenue. On platforms like YouTube, music-based content thrives. Cover songs, reaction videos, in-depth analysis, it all regularly earns millions of views that benefit the creators, original artists, and audiences. That interplay between music and content creation is all but non-existent in podcasting, save for some edge cases whose success further proves the existence of an audience for that style of content in podcasting. Up next, Alice Levine and Dino Sophos behind Crossed Wires Podcast Festival. A new British podcast festival is coming to Sheffield late this spring. My Dad Wrote a Porno co-host Alice Levine and the news agents Dino Sophos have teamed up with James O'Hara, founder of the Sheffield-based Tramlines Music Festival. Crossed Wires sells itself as podcasting's biggest party, with 2 days of live events spread across multiple events throughout the city. Another vote of confidence in the power of live podcasting events and the medium's power to mobilize audiences. Up next, Rooster Teeth is shutting down after 21 years. Texas-based media production house Rooster Teeth is closing down. According to Rooster Teeth general manager Jordan Levine's memo, the company is to close due to fundamental shifts in consumer behavior, monetization, and advertising. Parent company Warner Bros. Discovery is currently in talks to sell parts of Rooster Teeth's content backlog and intellectual property, such as the unreleased final season of the machinima comedy Red vs. Blue, cult favorite anime-styled action series Ruby, and Michael B. Jordan's animated mecha series, Jan Locke. A silver lining of the announcement is the company's affiliated podcast network, The Roost, which will continue content production, and signs point to Warner Bros. Discovery seeking a buyer, a testament to The Roost's success and continued profitability in the podcast space. And finally, First as Tragedy, Second as Podcast by Daniel Eales. Activist Eales calls attention to a recurring trend in UK politics, bipartisan podcasting, and the illusion of public discourse. According to Eales, it's becoming a common occurrence for current and former politicians to announce a podcast centered around the concept of them pairing up with a member of the diametrically opposed party, such as electoral dysfunction, which pits a Labour Party parliament member against a Tory, with a journalist co-hosting to act as middle moderator. A core issue with the popularization of such a format is politicians effectively have the tools to simulate a town hall-style public discourse, but without the environment where there is any chance of public engagement via questions that challenge the party narrative or protesters who might show a differing public opinion. The parasocial nature of podcasting can be a powerful tool, one Eales aims to make readers aware of, so they can both recognize the political impact of platforms like podcasting and leverage that tool themselves. Be sure to check out all the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by Brian Barletta, myself, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us tomorrow.